Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will be performing the P226 Sig Sauer takedown and reassembly in the pitch black. I do not have my magazine here, so the weapon is safe. Magazine well is empty. We'll double check our slide by pulling it to the rear. Make sure that the weapon is completely empty. Lock it to the rear. Nothing in here, nothing up there, and nothing in I won't go with the rest of that little rhyme, but anyways. Okay, returning the Sig Sauer to the basic condition, hammer forward, sitting here on your bed. Okay, the reason we're doing this is it's forming a level of expertise with your weapon above and beyond average standard. I highly believe that the most important thing to do if you own a firearm and you have a license to carry a firearm as well, to protect your life or the life of your loved one one day, is to train to a very high level of expertise. I believe if you train to the maximum, you'll be prepared for the minimum, and hopefully even more. So I say try to train at 25 and 50 yards, if possible, or get to that level of expertise. Because that way, when the worst day of your life comes, and you have to pull your weapon to defend your life from serious, grave bodily harm or imminent death of yourself or your loved one, you know you'll have the ability to do so. When that adrenaline's pumping, when that fine motor skill is lost, when your tunnel vision starts to kick in and fear is everywhere, noise, background, you name it, you will at least know in your heart and mind that you can take care of the situation. Maybe a 5-yard situation. If you're trained at 50 yards, you've got one hell of a chance of making this a good outcome for you or your loved one. Here we go. With no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put the mask down, simulating pitch blackness. I'm going to go ahead and lock the slide to the rear. I'm going to go ahead and drop the takedown bar right here. Pull the slide to the rear a little bit more. Roll it forward. Okay, here we go. We've broken down the two pieces now. The lower receiver, slide with barrel and guide rod and recoil spring. Insert it. Take apart the recoil spring and guide rod from the barrel by pushing it forward slightly and pulling out of the barrel. Pulling out of the slide. Next, pull the barrel out of the slide as well. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to turn that again into 5 now by simply removing the guide rod from the recoil spring. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces, know your pieces. This is the guide rod. This is the recoil spring. This, of course, is your barrel, which is the front, which is the rear. This, of course, is the front, because the lug on the bottom is the part of the barrel that goes toward the rear of the gun. So you'll always know the front, and the lug is always on top, because it won't sit flush, obviously, if you turn the barrel the other way. It'll be riding on top. So this is directional. You've got some key indicators on here. Next piece is going to be, of course, your slide. How do I know where the front and back is? Well, a couple of easy real tells. Got your front sight. It's only a single lump on top of the slide. Got your dovetail on back. And on the SIG, knowing your SIG really well, it has this kind of rounded lump at the very front of the barrel. So you've got your pieces. I'm going to go ahead and grab the barrel, which is the first piece you're going to reinsert into the slide. Okay, I know this is the front of my slide as well, by the lump at the top. And I got the barrel in. Got my finger blocking the very front of the barrel so it won't slide out. Now that that's been inserted, you can go ahead and take the guide rod, recoil spring, reinsert, and it's in the captured portion because it's not falling out. If you reinsert it, if you put it in this side, it will fall out. So this is one way to know which is the correct location to put your guide rod. This way, it just falls out. Putting it the other way, it's tight and holds your spring, and holds your rod rather. Okay, pick the slide back up. I've got the barrel facing forward. I know now that the spring also is open-ended on this side, so this is going to slide right on top in the hole. Give it some force to push it straight forward, and down it goes right on top of the barrel. Okay, just about finished here. Double check the front right here. Go ahead and grab the lower receiver. Use your thumb and forefinger to guide the slide along the rail, and hold on to the slide tightly until you get it all the way to the rear. Use your rear locking lever to make sure the slide stays open. Push your release pin back toward the trigger. Let your slide ride forward and home. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Your P226 takedown in pitch black has been done and over. Yay! Thank you for seeing this and bearing with me in my attempt at something, whatever you want to call this. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it was somewhat informative or interesting. Thank you. Bye-bye.